Hello, and welcome everybody to episode 6, I believe, of Braid, the finale, and we're going on to the final world. I just kind of wanted to take a crap there in the bathroom before going on to my final mission. But yes, all jokes aside, this is a very, very cool moment, and probably one of my most favorite moments in the game. Looks like we've only got 4 doors. At the cafe on the Braid Plaza, most customers sit back, feeling the warmth of the sun, enjoying the cold drinks. But not Tim. He barely notices the sun, doesn't really taste his coffee. For him, this corner affords a good view of the city, and the teeterings of passers-by, and the arc of the shop girl's hands as she displays tea to an interested gentleman. Tim hopes to see clues. That night at the cinema, fictitious adventures lunge implausibly across the screen. The audience here is mixed. Some are patrons from the cafe, now sitting excitedly on the plush chairs, eager for another new flavor, for distraction from the boredom of their easy lives. Others see tall fishermen and farm workers, hoping to get their toils in the rest of hands. Tim is here too, but he is scrutinizing the gloss on the lips of the screen, measuring the angle of the plume in a distant helicopter crash. He thinks he discerns the message. When the cinema closes and most of the audience strolls down the plaza to the south, Tim goes north. People like Tim seem to live oppositely from the other residents of the city, tied and riptide, going against each other. Tim wants, like nothing else, to find the princess, to know her at last. For Tim, this would be momentous, sparking an intense light that embraces the world, a light that reveals the secrets long kept from us, that illuminates, or materializes, a final palace where we can exist in peace. But how this would be perceived by the other residents of the city, in a world that flows contrary-wise? The light would be intense and warm at the beginning, but then flicker down to nothing, taking the castle with it. It would be like burning down the place we've always called home, where we played so innocently as children, destroying all hope and safety forever. So we're going to the final door first. And practically this is probably one of the most interesting chapters of the game. See what I mean? And what you need to do is set yourself up for the perfect jump, so that it is walking backwards. And you're gonna wait for the point. Because see, since they're going backwards and they're dying, if you jump on them, that means technically they are alive again. Move on to the next door. As you can tell, I believe this is a flower closing. But backwards it would be a flower coming back up. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a little guy here. You have to give me a sec to remember what I'm doing here. There we go. I made that look a lot weirder than it actually is, but I did it. Or it could be a flower withering away. You never know. We're officially going backwards throughout this world. So just the air in the background is going back down into the geyser. Well, by the way, let's make our way back to the top. So what we're going to do here is wait for this guy who is going to go up here. Shit. Sorry, I messed that up. Dang it. I don't want to stop jumping on him. I messed up that jump. Let me try that again, I'm sorry. There we go. Oh, wow, I messed that up too. Okay. There we go. Braid. And we are brought to the final level of the game. I've got you. Ugh. Help! What is wrong with that man? Come down here! Whoa, what is that? Okay, so this is my first time playing for this. A little scared, as you can tell, because this is kind of a time cruncher. Whoa, I should not have done that. I should have not. Okay. Never climb down. That's probably one of the worst ideas ever. Oh, princess. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Make this. There we go. I'm gonna jump. Oh my god. Why isn't it going up? It usually makes it at this point. Oh, there we go. God, that is nerve-wracking. But you know, the princess is trying to help us get through this, so... Oh, yeah, this is that one, this one jump. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of time crunch this a bit. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry guys, this is so bad. There we go. Whoops. What? The hell? Did I kill her? Oh, I did. Wow, that's insane. I didn't know that you could do that. There we go. I'm so sorry about that. Flip the lever. I think we're coming to a closing. Come on now, Piranha Plant. Come on now. Recreated a chandelier. What? What does this mean? It's a little odd. Oh no, I must make it to the princess. What has happened? We seem to be moving backwards. What is going on here? This is very odd. Even if we are moving backwards, there's always one thing we can do. If we wanted to go back and fix everything again, we just have to rewind. Help! Come down here. Help! Ugh! I've got you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Braid. We were brought to the epilogue. Now, these books, they act as an ending text whenever you touch one of these books. Most of these books, though, cannot be read without stars, because I know there's a secret behind here. So, let us read. The boy called for the girl to follow him, and he took her hand. He would protect her. They would make their way through his oppressive castle, fighting off creatures made of smoke and doubt, escaping a life of freedom. The boy wanted to protect the girl. He held her hand, or put his arm on her shoulders and walked in the embrace, to help her feel supported close to him as, amid the impersonal throngs of Manhattan, they turned to make their way toward the canal subway station, and he picked a path through the jostling crowd. His arm weighed upon her shoulders, felt constrictive around her neck. "You're burdening me with your ridiculous needs," she said. Well, she said, "You're going the wrong way, and you're pulling me with you." Another time, another place, she said, "Stop yanking on my arm. You're hurting me." And I believe these cannot be read. Stars. Yes. He worked his ruler and his compass. He interfered. He deduced. The scrutinized the falling of apple, the twisting of metal orbs hanging from thread. He was searching for the princess. He would not stop until he found her, for he was hungry. He cut rats into pieces and examined the brains, and planted tungsten posts into the skulls of all the stuffed monkeys. Ghostly, she stood in front of him and looked into his eyes. "I am here," she said. "I am here. I want to touch you," she pleaded. "Look at me." But he would not see her. He only knew how to look at the outsides of things. He scrutinized the fall of an apple, the twisting of metal orbs hanging from thread. Through these clues he would find the princess, see her face. After an especially fervent night of tinkering, he kneeled behind a bunker of a desert. He held a piece of Father's glass up to his eyes and waited. On that moment hung eternity. Time stood still. Space contracted to a pinpoint. It was as though the earth had opened up, the skies had split. One felt as though he had been privileged to witness the birth of the world. Someone near him said, "It worked." Someone else said, "Now we're all sons of bitches." Oh, I don't know if it's possible to dodge that, because I know there's another book behind him. But I believe this is the end of our journey. The candy store. Everything he wanted was on the opposite side of the pane of glass. The store was decorated in bright colors, and since waiting out drove him crazy. He rushed for the door, just to get closer to the glass, but he couldn't. She held him back with great strength. Why would she hold him back? How might he break free of her grasp? He considered violence. Oh, that's quite genius, actually. Before on the daily walks. She didn't mind his screams and his shrieks. or the way he yanked painfully on her braid to make her stop. He was too little to know better. She picked him up and hugged him. "No, baby," she said. He was shaking. She followed his gaze toward the treats sitting on the pillows behind the glass, the chocolate bar and the magnificent marble, the it from bit and the ethical calculus, and so many other things steepled inside. "Maybe when you're older, baby," she whispered, setting him back on his feet and leading him home. "Maybe when you're older." Every day thereafter, as before, she always walked him on the route that passed in front of the candy store. He can honestly say he's understood all this. Possibly he's even more confused now than ever. But at all these moments he's contemplated, something has occurred. Moments feel substantial in his mind, like stones. Kneeling, reaching down to the closest one, running his hand across it, he finds it smooth and slightly cold. He tests the stone's weight. He finds he can lift it, and the others too. He can fit them together and create a foundation, an embankment, a castle. To build a castle of appropriate size, he will need a great many stones. But what he got now feels like an acceptable start. Thank you all for watching Braid. I was MrSwitzrland. Now I'm somebody else. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. And I hope you all have a joyous day. And I hope you all enjoyed my Let's Play.